Her phone won't stop lighting up. Each vibration is another fracture in the calm she pretends to have. I picture her pacing the living room, mascara still faintly smudged from last night, the smell of cheap wine clinging to her hair, replaying the moment I stood up, lifted my glass, emptied it over her head, and walked away without a single word. It's the silence that's destroying her. Last night was the spark, today is the wildfire. I met her 8 years ago in a quiet bookstore downtown. I was thumbing through crime fiction. She was gripping a self-improvement book like armor. She smiled first. I believed it meant fate. We talked for hours about cities we'd never been to, versions of ourselves we hoped to become. She said I made her feel understood. I told her she made me feel chosen. That illusion blinded me later. The jokes that landed too sharply. The way she spoke about me to friends like I was a convenience, not a partner. I told myself it was sarcasm, that I was overthinking. But humor doesn't humiliate. Last month, the truth slipped out. I came home early, no warning. She didn't notice. Her phone was on speaker, her voice careless. "He's safe," she laughed to her friend. "That's why I keep him. No backbone, no competition." Her friend laughed. I didn't. I didn't confront her. I didn't storm out. I started preparing. Money first, slowly. Small transfers from our joint account into one she didn't know existed. Never enough to raise suspicion. My salary redirected in fragments. Then passwords, every single one that belonged to me. Banking, email, phone. I locked doors she never realized were there. Then I called David, an old friend, a ruthless divorce attorney. We sat in his office after hours. I told him everything in a flat voice, no emotion. He said if I wanted out, I'd walk away clean, better than clean. I told him I didn't just want to leave, I wanted her to understand. She gave me the perfect opportunity. Dinner with her friends, loud, drunk, 6 people, too much wine, too little respect. Someone asked how we met. Before I could answer, she smirked. "He chased me," she said, basically begged. Look at him, desperate, weak, lucky I was bored. Laughter. She kept going. "I'm only still with him because training a hotter guy takes effort." One friend shifted uncomfortably. Then she looked straight at me. "Honestly, no one else even wants him." The table exploded with laughter. I stood, lifted my glass, poured it over her head slowly, deliberately. Red wine dripping down her hair, soaking her dress, pooling on the table. Shock froze her face. I walked out, left the bill, left her, left 8 years behind. By morning, the rest was already moving. Locks changed, my name removed from the lease, shared credit card closed, utilities transferred to her, subscriptions canceled. The car, legally mine, towed while she was at work. I had packed my essentials weeks ago, stored them safely. She came home to an apartment she couldn't afford. No car, no access, no explanation. The messages started mid-afternoon. "We need to talk. You're overreacting. It was a joke." Silence. "Okay, I'm sorry. Please call me." Silence. By nightfall, panic. "I can't pay the rent alone. Why are you doing this to me? You're cruel." Cruel. I almost smiled. I didn't respond, not because I lacked words, but because she'd hear them louder this way. In the unpaid bills, in the long walks, in the empty nights, in the realization that somewhere along the way, I stopped accepting being small so she could feel big. I did love her, enough to believe she'd protect us, enough to think she wouldn't turn love into entertainment. She chose the laugh, I chose the ending. Now I sit in my quiet new apartment, whiskey in hand, her phone call still lighting up the screen, and I understand something clearly. The most powerful revenge isn't watching them fall, it's watching them finally realize you were never as harmless as they thought.